morning, good morning, good morning. So welcome to your practice, setting up anything, everything that you would require. Music is 3 Manipura. And that is on my website. It's linked to the YouTube channel, it's linked to the Vimeo. So if you can't find it ever, then you can let me know. And you can put that onto whichever device you choose. So I put it on an earbud in one ear so that I can speak to you and hear what you're hearing. And then we're joined by this sound, we're joined by this music, by the rhythm, and our experience is a little bit more shared, even though we are apart. So 2 blocks, a blanket and a strap. That's how we want to begin. If you have the oils that I send out upon your request, then the oil will go on the belly, around the navel, and up towards the solar plexus. You can add it to the wrist points, the pulse points as you choose. And if you don't have the oils, just rub your hands briskly. Let your hands become bright and clear and strong. And just laying that over the space below your ribs. This is the home of our inspired action. This is the home of our fire, our illumination, our drive to evolve. It is much more dimensional than we may imagine. So we're at day 17, and this sequence is changing my understanding of action so significantly that I came into this sequence thinking about tapas and zeal and participation, and it was all a lot of doing and this place of fire in my body lighting up my abilities. And this is good, and this is an aspect. But it is an aspect we have been taught, that has been handed down through a particular culture and perspective that values that type of action. And I will begin to shift us. And this will have ramifications over the sequences for the rest of the year. Because resting is an action. Pausing, lying fallow, staring at the clouds is not inaction. It is an action of its own value. And so we will begin to incorporate more of this, that we will absolutely take action. And then we will listen and find, when do I need to pause? What does it look like? What does it mean to me? What does it provide? How do I honor that pausing? We will develop this for the months ahead. So stay tuned. More teaching on that today. Manipura is opening wide. Bright, light, power, possibility, rest, release, reception, innate, calling in. They go together. What we do, what we give out, and what we receive. Heart high. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. 3 times, listen or join in. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, shake it out. Good morning, welcome. My name is Martha McAlpin and we begin here. So start your playlist at color, the first track, starting up. And then lie down on your back. Take your strap, lay it over your knees. And so as I hold the strap, draw my knees towards my chest. Here's breath out. Pressing the knees away, arms extended, here's the breath in. And continuing, just like that. Exhaling in, inhaling, opening. One more. Good, open the upper back, the back of the neck, the arms are long. And put your left foot to the floor, put the strap over your right foot. Open the back of your right knee. And as you bend your elbows wide, bring it down. Extend your leg, flex your foot, open the back of your hamstring, and then widen your elbows as you bring it down. So as you extend your leg, it's drawing the breath as though all the way into the right heel and then all the way out. And the breath serves to absorb the tension of your body and then carry it out. And keep your right knee bent here for a beat. We're just going to change our warm-up a little bit. Right knee down. Extending your right leg long, extend your left leg long. Hold both sides of the strap with your right hand. Left arm wide, right heel wide. So as you reach into your left heel, spread your left toes. As you reach into your left hand, spread your left fingers. And the whole left side opens as the right side widens the pelvis and the chest. Back into the center, set your strap down and drop your right knee onto your left palm. Begin to straighten and bend your right knee. And as you do, send your right hip forward towards your left heel. And as you do, send your navel into the body and turn it to the right. And then keeping your left knee bent or extended, your choice. Right arm sweeps wide, skimming along the floor. So we're just adding a little few changes here. If you need to back it out, bend your knee. And the right hand creates this opening from the belly button right into your fingertips. And you'll keep your right hand wide, pause there, maybe straightening your right leg, pause there, press, stay, 3. Press into your left heel. Turn your navel right. And bend your knees, bring it back into the center, left side. Put the strap over the arch of your left foot. Bending your knee, elbows wide, draw down on the strap. And then press up, inhaling, opening, exhaling down. So these are physical movements that prepare our body to handle a change in our energy. Right? Bend your left knee and stay right there. Your right foot flat to the floor. Straightening your left leg, straightening your right. Put both straps in your left hand. And then right arm opens wide, left foot opens wide left. If you can't straighten your left leg, bend your knee and hold your inner thigh. Stand in your right heel, spread your toes. Open your right hand, spread your fingers. You can even open and close your right hand. Feel that all the way through the arm, the armpit, the right chest. Back into the center, set the strap down, bend your left knee, and drop it into your right hand as you straighten and bend your right knee. Feel that straightening as though you're pushing your heel into a wall. Let it turn your navel left. And keeping it extended, press into both heels and sweep your left hand. So from your heels, reach into your left fingertips, turn your navel left, and then pause. One more. Legs are strong, left arm is strong. And then back into the center. Knees bent, feet flat. Beautiful. With your heels below your knees, stand in your heels to lift your hips. Take your hands overhead to lift your heart. So this will be inhalation. Roll down through the spine for exhalation. Forward gaze. Inhale. Keep your hips up, bring your elbows down, tuck a shoulder, tuck another. So standing in the base of your elbows, stand in the heels. And maybe work here, or if you choose, interlace your fingers and press the pinky edge of your hands into the floor. Keep your feet resting on the floor. 3, 2. And as you release your arms wide, roll down through your spine, pause. Then roll right over onto your belly. Palms down by your ribs, walk your thighs back. And then skimming your feet along the floor, inhale, your feet widen, exhale, they zip together. Inhale, opening, exhale, closing. As your feet come together, draw your shoulder blades towards your spine and draw your elbows in. Straight, straight, straight legs and tops of your feet coming down. Elbows under your shoulders, pause. Use your fingertips to draw your hips a little forward away from your knees. Let your thighs be heavy. So the effects of gravity on your low back, see if you can find a little traction coming up and out of the pelvis. And keeping that length in your abdomen, roll down, elbows back. Reach your right hand and then your left. Inhale as you reach and exhale it back. Exhale back means bringing your belly button towards your spine. Thighs are heavy, chest is strong, upper back is mobile. 3, 2. 2 hands out and 2 elbows back. Inhaling, open, exhaling back. 3, 2. Good. Palms down, heart comes up. Knees bent, tuck the toes, hips high. The left foot steps up so that you can turn to the right and widen your hands. Bend your right knee. Take your left hand down towards your right foot to revolve to the right. Inhaling up and open, bend your left knee, right hand down, revolve. And up, open. Good. As you move from side to side, feel how your abdomen is rinsed. How the sides of your spine become a little bit longer, one side at a time. You're turning your navel away from the floor. Each movement, one more each side. Pause a beat. Pause a beat. Standing tall. Last side. Give it a moment. Long, steady breathing. Navel turns to the left side. And upright. Palms open, abdomen open, body tall and strong. That we want our physical body prepared. We want our state of mind to be supported by our body. I am capable is how we begin. Come to the top of the mat and set up your blocks. So the blocks go end to end on their lowest setting, on their bellies, like a small wall. If you don't have blocks, use your blanket and roll it into a log and set it here. So put your feet on the blocks or on the log and lie back. Lift your hips, palms face down, and pause. So your hands are flat to the floor. Draw your right knee to your chest and then down. And draw your left knee to your chest and set it down, one at a time. If that's fine for you, keep your feet in contact with the block and straighten your legs, going one at a time. So your eyes are closed and the movement is steady. Use the foot on the floor to press down into the block or the blanket, and this downward pressure helps the upward action. Use the consistency of your breathing to quiet your mind. If it gets busy or distracted, bring it back to the breath and keep the breath attached to the movements. Three, 2, 1. Widening. Free your hands, turn your palms open. Let your heels be wide and flat to the floor. And just start to feel into the body a new sense of radiance, the afterglow of consistency. Breathe it into yourself, calling it in. Receive what you've made. I am this. I am this. We learn to be so still, just completely at ease between actions, so that the stillness becomes its own action. Shake your tail, shake your feet, shake your knees. And bring it back into the middle. Lift your hips, palms face down, knees to chest. Tap your right foot, and then your left. Good. So here's modification 1. Work here if it's best for you. Or feet together and down. Inhale up, exhale down. The work is a little higher in the abdomen, around the navel and the waist. Next step would be extending your legs. Take it one leg at a time. And then maintaining the extended legs. Next step, feet together. Up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. The low abdomen is engaged, drawn back and up into the body, keeping you stable. Low back is safe. If not, bend your knees. Working here, or bring your palms together, arms straight. So there is a modification for everyone. Find yours, close your eyes, and then settle into the breath that matches the movement. Using the body to train the mind to stay steady, to keep its focus. The center of your body, the home of your power. That you may feel a little tremble, a little shimmy, a charge, a difficulty, and you're building the ability to call up more power. Each practice, you are gaining strength. And the strength we're using here is strength to override the distractions of the mind, so that whatever you choose to do, you can stay with it to its conclusion. And with this, build self-esteem. With this, build confidence. With this, build more power. It's simple, right here. Bend your knees, feet down, arms wide, legs long. Deepen your breathing and gather in this power. I am this. I am this. Draw your knees into your chest. Add your strap over your shins. Let your knees be wide, let your feet be together, wag your tail, shake out your feet, drop your shoulders. If that works, stay. If you have a little space, knees into the inner elbows, hold the strap a little shorter. If that works, stay there. If you don't need the strap, one hand holds the opposite wrist and you build a bind. A little bit of movement, suss yourself out, shake the feet, wag the tail. And as you come into stillness, we settle. Your eyes close, your breathing is smooth. Even as we work to cultivate a quality of our own power, to wake and find our own light internally, there are outside limitations, all kinds. The assumptions and expectations of our family, our friends, our lovers. How safe we feel on our own streets or sidewalks. Feel the space within you that is available for your own breath and start there. Claim that as safe and bright and whole. In the very center of all these constraints, focus on your light. Your exhalation begins to soften the effects of the constraints, melt them. And the inhale builds your light, your dignity, your reverence, your gifts, your gratitude. You call it in, you soak it up. The center of you remains unbound by these outer constraints. Go further in. Not into the distress, not into the difficulty, but further in to the space and the light that's yours. And then open wide and close. Inhale to open and out to close. So as you free yourself from those constraints, that light has a space, an action, an outlet. And you have a renewed sense of yourself as a being who's here to participate, who's here to deliver, who's here to contribute. Open and close. And there are days when I move into this action, when I start feeling my own power and it has grief in it, or overwhelm, or drama.
this is fine. And we meet it and we keep moving. We let it in, we notice it, we feel it, we let it through, and it will pass. And the continuity of our movement and breath give us the ability to notice everything we are experiencing without being tipped over, without being triggered. To notice ourselves is a great form of power. As we notice ourselves, then we can choose a potent response. Deliberate, considerate, honest. We can make a boundary. We can say, no, thank you. No, not right now. We can say, this is what I require. This is what I'm here to do. Your help is welcome, and your blockage is not. We become more sure of ourselves. We use our power with grace and to great purpose. And this becomes so rewarding. Three, 2, and 1. Feet down, arms wide, legs long. Bask in it. Step your soundtrack to shelter from the storm. Start it now. Put it there. We're going on. Walk your feet in. Interlace your finger over your left shin. Keep it close. Right leg long onto the block or the blanket. Inhaling the right foot up and exhaling down. Settle in. Slowly rinse out the work. If you don't need it, slide the block or the blanket aside and use those extra 3 inches. Bring your heel down, open your hip a little quicker. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Take your right hand overhead, your right heel to the floor. Look left. Draw your right knee to chest. Interlace your fingers. Inhale up and down. Good. If you don't need the block, move it aside. A little quicker. So we're emptying the low back of tension, allowing the hip to have its full range. And then the left heel to the floor. Keep that left hand overhead. Turn your chin to the right. Stand clearly in the left foot. Right into the heel. Open the back of the knee. Strengthen the thigh. In the middle. Hold your shin, roll yourself forward and back 3 times. And you'll plant your feet and roll to stand. Set the blocks at the front. Unfolding, sweep wide. To fold back down, your knees bend, tail back, hands to the blocks, hips up at the end. This is exhale. Knees bend, hands wide. This is inhale. Widening down. So if you need higher blocks, stand them up. If you don't need the blocks, hands to the floor, folding your way in. Take your time. Move through the full length of your body, feet to hands. Fold and unfold. So as your body allows, you may move more quickly. Traditionally, it's taught legs stay straight, folding up and down. This is a huge request on your back body. So it's there if you choose, or sweeping with your hands wide to the side keeps your body much safer through the back. If you're keeping your legs straight, make sure your hamstrings are content with this. 3, 2, 1. Hook your thumbs, palms face forward, a little bit side to side. Up and out of the hips, up and out of the ribs, up and out into the fingertips. Stay 3 and 2. Center, heels heavy, toes long, arms wide, palms open like suns. Spread your fingers, have the same sensation in the abdomen as you have in the hands, but bigger. Radiating light front to back, left and right, top and bottom, a source, a center, a strength, a flame. Setting it down, knees bent, add your blocks again. So you'll lay your calves on the blocks and your blanket over your body, so that from the thighs to the low ribs, you're covered. And the blocks under you are to support your low back. And if you have no problem in the low back, set your blocks aside, let your heels come lower. And this will allow an opening from the navel to the pelvis and the pelvis to the feet. As you settle, the hands drop. Tuck the shoulder blades. Close your eyes and let your breathing settle into your abdomen. The chest stays quiet. Become skillful at resting. Your breath becomes smooth. Ironing out gaps or bumps. It becomes circular. The inhalation matches the exhalation. No pause between them. From that breath in the belly, at the inhale, add on more inhalation into the chest, widening like a yawn or a sigh, and let it all go. Smooth and circular and expansive. Inhaling into the abdomen, adding on, inhaling into the chest, adding on now, adding into the collarbones like smelling a flower. And then all the way out. The belly, the ribs, the collarbones, and all the way out. Building the power of your breath. Melting the limitations, melting the familiar groove of your day so that you can grow a new dimension, a new area, a new interest, a new opportunity. Build it in your breath, breath of victory. Feel yourself as capable. I am this. Feel the sensation of capability of victory in your body. It's already done. And then let your breath rest back down in the abdomen, effortless. Keep the sensation, the ability, the capacity. It is already true. Release any effort of the breath, any effort of the mind or body, and you become totally receptive frequency of victory, of ability. Let it in. Hands overhead. Interlace your fingers. Cross out loud. Pause your playlist if it went on. And build your seat. Legs crossed, heart high.
Keep what you've made. That graceful strength, quiet. Hands land on your thighs if you need a sweater or socks, or if you need to change where you're seated, set yourself up. Spine is tall, seat is straight. Works in a chair, works on a couch, sit tall. And keep the action you began by a circular inhalation for 4 and exhalation for 4. Smooth, silent, moving through the body in and out. If you choose, 6 counts in, 6 counts out. No strain anywhere. No hurry or force in the breath. Effortless and inviting. At the end of your exhalation, emptying your belly to your body, pause for 2, and then breathing in. And breathing out to pause and continue. Fill the chest, the collarbones first, and the sternum. Empty the abdomen to the spine, the low ribs, the mid-chest, the throat. In that pause, start to let your attention rest at the navel. Feel the sensation there, the gathering of energy. Feel that pause as a pausing of the mind. how the pause is a gathering, a concentration of attention. The inhale is an expansion. And release the count of your breath, but maintain an awareness as though there was a ball of light in your belly diffusing as it opens on the inhale and concentrating as it gathers on the exhale. That there is a pulse of frequency in your body. As we give it attention, it gains coherence. Less distraction means more focus and power. Just feel that opening and closing of energy, sensation, frequency at the belly and the navel. Release your effort of the breath, release your effort of the mind, and feel the result. That the mind may be quiet. Completely effortless in the body, in the mind, in the breath. That we reside in a new form of power that is balanced, gracious, and clear-seeing. Deepen your breathing and bring it with you. The hint of a smile, your capability, already yours. Sweep wide, reach up. And bring your palms together to the center of your forehead. I am this, we say, Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam, inhale. Sat. Satnam, Satnam. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for your time, for your practice. So today is day 17 of our sequence. Next week, Wednesday, I will not be live. I will be away leading our retreat in Mexico. And so next week, Wednesday, you will replay today. And we will be here. If not, you take a break. And you listen to what's required. You learn that resting is a form of action. But resting that erodes your return, that's the slippery slope. So if it means showing up at noon, because you showed up at noon so often that it's a part of your schedule, show up at noon and rest, or go outside for a walk at noon. Use the noon time deliberately. I will be back the week following. We will continue from there. Take care of yourselves. Do what's required so that you can return to your practice day after day and let it serve you. This is Manipura, wise action every day. Sat Nam.